All right, in this video, we're going to be talking about how to brainwash people to buy from your videos or TikTok lives. Learning these principles completely transformed my life. And if you learn these principles, they're going to transform yours as well. I went from struggling to make $100 on TikTok Shop to then going back to back 50K months after learning these principles. And just give me 10 minutes of your time and I could confidently tell you, if you understand what I go over in this video, you will 10x your sales overnight. So we're going to be talking about social proof, human desire, the reason why, scarcity and urgency, and the contrast principles. These are universal principles that work whether you're doing lives or you're doing videos, right? Now, before we get into the sauce, let me read you this quote by Steve Jobs. It says, "If you make them feel it, they will buy it." Understand what that means. If you make them feel it, they will buy it. Everything that you learn in this video is going to be about making somebody feel something. If they feel something, that's what gives people a motivation to take action. And if you want to be successful as a TikTok Shop affiliate, you want to brainwash these people in a legal way to take action and purchase from your videos. These are human psychological triggers. Now, let's move on to the first one, which is social proof. People buy when they see other people buying. On TikTok Shop, people make decisions fast. It's all about impulse buys. Just keep that in mind throughout the entire video as well. If they aren't sure about making a purchase, they look around to see what everyone else is doing. Let me give you an example. If there's two restaurants, the exact same owners, the exact same restaurants right next to each other, and one restaurant has a huge line out the door, so many people waiting, it's a 2-hour wait just to get seated. And then there's another restaurant, the same owner, same everything, there's nobody inside. As humans, this is just how we're wired. We're going to be like triggered to go and wait that 2 hours. Why? Because that's just how humans are. We need social proof to take action. So it doesn't matter how hungry we are. We'll wait the 2 hours because in our mind, we think that that place is way better, even though it's the same restaurant. That's how powerful social proof is. That's what builds trust if you're trying to sell to somebody too on TikTok Shop. If they see others buying, commenting, that shows proof. They trust you more, right? So how do you use this while going live? You call out real actions. Someone just checked out, 2 more people added to cart, somebody just purchased, congratulations, woohoo, you just made a great investment, thank you so much for your purchase. That shows in your life that people are purchasing this product. That's social proof that people are actually buying the product, right? That triggers other people in the live to take action, because if somebody else is buying it, that means it's a good product, right? Now, if you're making videos, how do you do that? Show small proof, show reviews in your video, especially during your call to action. You could show how this seller, this brand has hundreds of thousands of positive reviews. That's social proof. You could say how this product has over 50,000 units sold already and it's been going super viral. That's social proof, right? This will trigger people to be safe right here. People feel safer when they see others buying. Social proof removes fear completely. And we're going to be talking about that in the human desire, the feeling safe and having fear, right? So this is the first one, social proof. Super, super important. And once they see others buying, now you have to make them want it, right? So that brings me to the second psychological principle, which is human desire. People buy when your videos or lives tap into one of these 8 strongest human desires. Every human has 8 deep desires that control almost every decision that we ever make. And that is true. It's 100% facts. These are built into our brains, right? This is how we're wired as humans, all of us. And the thing is, you can't turn it off. You can't, whatever you do. So when your TikTok shop videos or lives tap into one of these desires, the viewers feel naturally pulled, like you're pulling a magnet, right? Because you understand them so well. And this is how you legally brainwash these people to buy, right? Tapping into their deeper desires, right? The first one is survival, safety, and health, enjoyment of life, freedom from pain and danger, sexual companionship and to be attractive, comfortable living conditions, being superior, social status, caring or protecting of others, social approval and acceptance. Any product that you ever bought, you didn't buy it for fun. You bought it because it tapped into one of these one key deep desires, right? Top creators, they don't sell products, they sell what the product does for these desires, right? So let's go over some examples how to use it, right, in your TikTok videos or lives. So the first one is survival and health. This helps you breathe clear again. Your skin stays clear and protected. This is tapping into being attractive because using this product will help you have clearer skin, and that taps into the sexual companionship. And if you show how a product can make them look more attractive, then you will make the purchase, right? Because you're tapping into one of these core desires, which is sexual companionship. People want to have sexual intercourses with other people, and the best way to do that is to look more attractive, right? Now, enjoyment of life. This makes your whole home feel cozy. This cooking tool is actually fun to use, and it will make cooking so much more fun with your family, with your kids, or even your husband or wife, right? This is tapping into enjoyment of life. And here goes sexual companionship, another one. Your skin will look bright by tomorrow, right? Your hair will look like you went to the salon. It will look like you look like $1 million. All these guys are going to be falling in love with you after using this product, right? That's going like a level deeper, but this is what it is. These pants will make your butt look so nice, as if you got a BBL, right? This is what it takes to sell. You have to tap into these core desires. Status, right? People don't buy Rolexes because it's just a watch. People buy it because it makes them feel some sort of status. People in their minds, people would think like, oh, this guy has money. Same thing goes with like driving a BMW or a Mercedes or a Benz, right? People don't buy those cars because they like it. I mean, some people do, but the main core desire they buy it for is because it gives them social status. So that brings me to the last example, which is social approval. People will literally ask you how your place smells so good. This watch will make you look like a millionaire. That shows that you are socially approved, right? This go hand in hand together. These are the human desires that trigger people to take action, right? Because it's like a pull, it's like a magnet. If you could talk to them on an emotional level, that's when they will buy from you, right? If your video or live connects to even one of these desires, conversions will go up and you will see it. Your next video, make sure you're tapping into one of these desires and you will see how your videos or lives will 10x, right? But even when somebody wants something, they'll still need a simple reason to feel good about it. And that brings me on to 3, the reason why principle. Give people a reason and they will stop fighting the decision. What does this mean, right? People buy with emotions, but they justify with logic. Now, you could use this principle in your videos or lives, and it works very well because people always need a reason why, right? A simple word and just using because removes doubt completely, right? And you could use this 3 ways. The mechanism logic, saying something, explaining what the product does, and then saying because the formula sticks to the stain instead of running off, it lifts everything in one wipe. You're giving them a reason why, right? And now, authority logic. Because I'm a nurse and I've tested 5 versions of this and this one actually works. You're giving them a reason why this desire is so important, right? Now, this is the process logic, because when you drink this before bed, it helps your stomach break things down overnight. This is a very powerful tool that you could use because you're not only talking about the benefits of the product, but you're also explaining why it's important, right? In their mind, they're justifying it and they're gonna purchase because they already know a reason. So you're tapping into them on an emotional level, and you're giving them some logic to like combine it together and just make a decision very quickly, right? And this is very powerful when used with the scarcity and urgency, right? When you're using scarcity and urgency, which is a very, very powerful principle, you need to give them a reason why it's on sale. You need to give them a reason why it's selling out and there's limited stock and stuff like that. I'm going to go over that right now. That brings me on to number 4, which is scarcity and urgency. People buy fast when they think they'll miss out. This is FOMO. FOMO can drive people crazy because they never want to be left out. When something feels limited, people act. So like Black Friday, it's the biggest scam, but it creates so much urgency and scarcity because people think that it's just one day, that they will never be able to get it this low of a price ever before. That goes hand in hand with the why principle. There's a reason why this product is on sale because of Black Friday, right? If you're selling a product on Black Friday, you could say it's low stock because of Black Friday, right? Now, TikTok moves quickly, so scarcity works extremely well. And if you don't use scarcity and urgency the right way, and if you don't use it at all, it's gonna be very hard for you to make sales. But this works extremely well on lives, because on lives, people are on the lives to get sales. They wanna get a steal. These are ways to use it, right? Time-based. I'm ending this live soon, so grab it before I go, and you won't be able to get it as low as this price anywhere else, so buy it in this live before I end this live in a few minutes. This is creating urgency and scarcity while giving them a reason why, which is extremely important, right? Now, the quantity base. There are only a few left right now. You could use this in your live as well, but give them a reason why, right? There's only a few left right now because they've been selling out because of Black Friday. And I just spoke to the supplier and they won't be restocking after they sell out. So purchase now before it's all sold out, right? And that brings me on to the event-based, same thing, like holidays, any holidays that's going on. You could use that as scarcity and urgency, right? Now, if you are going to use scarcity and urgency in your lives or videos, you have to make it real. And the best way to do that is to give them a reason why, right? Now you understand these 4 principles. There's this last trigger that almost all creators don't use, but it boosts conversions like crazy, right? This is number 5, which is the contrast principle, price anchoring. And once again, this works extremely well on lives and videos. You could show them, right? People always want to steal. Just keep that in mind. People always want a bargain. A price only feels cheap or expensive when it's compared to something else, right? And that something else is price anchoring. What does that mean? This is a few ways to use it. Start with a higher price. These are normally $60, and then you drop it and say, right now it's only $20. It feels like they're getting a huge bargain. But once again, you have to make it feel like it's real. So how do you do that? You could do it saying how alternative anchoring, how on a different website, you're going to be paying up to $40 for like a 1 month supply, but right now you could get this same supplement for a 3 month supply for only $20. That's a call to action and price anchoring that I used in past videos, and it worked really, really well because once again, you're giving them a reason why. And on top of that, you're doing an alternative anchor, so they're buying from your video, right? Now let's go over the experience anchor, right? People pay $150 at a spa for the same results. This works extremely well if you're selling something like a neck reliever or a massager, right? That's like 40, 50 bucks. You could say how you will be spending hundreds of dollars just to go get a massage at a massage place, but this one does it at home and you're only paying like $50. You see how you're price anchoring? In their mind, they feel like, wow, I'm getting a really, really big deal, so I'm gonna buy this product right now. Price anchoring changes how the viewer sees the price. Instead of thinking, is this worth it? They think, wow, that's a good deal, so they're going to purchase, right? Once again, impulse buy. These are the psychological triggers that will completely change everything for you, right? That's the full breakdown. And I could confidently tell you, if you stack these 5 triggers: social proof, human desire, a simple reason why, real urgency, not fake, and the price anchor, your videos or lives will hit completely different, right? You will see your conversions skyrocket. You will see your videos going viral. You will see your lives getting hundreds of people in the live purchasing, right? Because you understand these human desires, right? This is the difference between an affiliate that's making $100 and an affiliate that's making consistent $10,000, $30,000 every single month. Understanding these human psychological triggers will change everything. And these are only 5 triggers. If you want to join my one-on-one mentorship, I go in depth in so many other principles and psychological triggers that you could use on your lives or your content. If you want to join the mentorship, there should be a link in the description. If you don't want to join, then whatever, just subscribe or whatever. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.